There's a lag. I have to wait like 10 to 15 seconds. It's weird. It'll 10 to 15 seconds in do a like glitch and then I'll know it's going. But guys, I have an announcement to make. Oh my goodness. This girl hopping around like a bunny. I figured something out and you guys, fuck, I was gonna do my hair today. I figured something out, and it's not the first time that I thought this, but I had this fucking realization literally right now. So I'd like to make a public announcement to Michael's baby mama, Shaquita. I know you watch me, and I want to apologize. I had this thought before where I was like, dude, Michael was at his best when he was with her, right before we got together. Me and Michael. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could sit down and talk to Shaquita and get her, or Shaquita. I wish I could sit down and talk to you. The last time, a few weeks ago, when I was going to meet you, I was planning on telling you how much respect I have for you because of all the shit you had to go through. Like, the realization I had, like this aha moment, is like, oh, not only was Michael at his best when he was with her, she was playing gospel music, they're reading the Bible, they're praying, but also losing his kids, which can you imagine being in love with somebody and then having to witness like he obviously loved her and still does because when you create a family with somebody, your family. So the other thing I realized was he's hi Pepino. He wasn't happy with me. I remember one time, like last month, he was like, I'm happy with you, and I laughed because it doesn't seem like he's happy. That's what's funny. 'Cause if you were happy, you would seem happy, but you don't seem happy. So not only was Shaquita the best for him, I don't know what the fuck happened. But like if they're fighting and she left to Arizona when we first met, so he had that whole week and then I don't know, whatever. I don't know Francois. I'm not speaking French. I'm speaking English. Okay, babe? But also at the beginning, I don't know, almost 3 years ago or whatever, after that week that they were gone, Shaquita and the kids and then babies, and then they came back. He went back to daddy duty. So it was just weird to go from being inseparable to like nothing, you know? It was just like, what? And then I blocked him. We didn't talk. And then I think me and Michael fought first. France, what's up, France? I think me and Michael fought first, where I told him you should fuck Shaquita. And then he did. He went and fucked her. Then she called me and she was like, did you know that I'm like living there? And I was like, nah. You guys sleep in the same bed? She goes, yeah. I said, what? And then one time I tried to call him after that, like a few weeks later, and she picked up his phone. And then I waited, I don't know, a few days or whatever, called him again. She picked up his phone. She don't trust him no more. That's something your woman would do, and I don't even do that shit. That's another thing. I am an enabler. It's in my best interest to just die alone. That's I just need to die alone, and I'm okay with that for real. And the other time he fucked her was last year, Valentine's Day. We broke up and he fucked her. So I was like, "Did you get her pregnant?" And then he said, "No, she was breastfeeding. Apparently, you can't get pregnant when you're breastfeeding." I really thought he got someone pregnant because I was gone for 3 months. Remember? 6 months ago, I was gone for 3 months. Oliver? Why this particular camera angle? I don't know. Is it bothering you? And your little comment, one more inappropriate comment, and I am going to have to block your ass, okay? Warning. The story's crazy. Lost my place June, not last year, the year before, June 15th. Hi, Taylor. How are you, love? I'll keep the jokes a bit cleaner. Thank you so much. Apparently, I cuss too much. So I'm not judging you or anything, but I don't know, whatever. I have to be like, I don't know. PG is so hard. So I feel you. Thanks. I like your hair today. Thanks. I used to always wear it in a cheerleader bun, you know? So it's just a high ponytail, really high. So June 15th, my dad lost his apartment. He went to go live with that pastor. I couldn't go with him. So I was in my car. July 15th was 1 month. August, September, October, end of October, like around Halloween. So 4.5 months, I was sleeping in my car. I hit Michael up. We see each other at the hotel. Because, like, once a week, I would get a hotel to shower and, like, s- sleep in a bed, mostly to shower. Because I cannot go to the gym. My brother goes to an expensive ass gym. He pays $300 a month and he got foot fungus. I guess I could wear sandals and whatever. Anyways, I'm not as organized as I'd like to be. So shit's not happening for me. Hi, Dream Lady. Hi, KY Jelly. How have you been? Haven't seen you. Sorry about that. Hi, Callie Dave. I have been struggling. So 4.5 months I'm in my car. Michael sees me. He says, "This is the best I've ever seen you," because I was doing calisthenics. Try to live with him the holidays, right? All of November, so I'm there Thanksgiving. All of December, I'm there Christmas. And then December 3rd was the car accident on the freeway. And now I'm fucking traumatized. I'm so grateful that my car's broke down low key that I can't go on the freeway. Low key. Every time I go on the freeway, I'm like when Michael's driving, if he doesn't have to go on the freeway, I'm like, please don't go on the freeway. I'm fucking traumatized. I could have died. I have to do a vlog and show you guys the picture of the windshield. That piece of wood that flew out of that guy's work truck and just was meant to fuck me up. And then I was praying, I opened my eyes and there's glass everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Did we get into an accident? Because it wasn't an impact like two cars hitting. I was so confused. And then Michael pulls over and I just start crying. Like, thank you, God. What the heck? and then he goes straight to use crystal meth. Favorite board game? Uno's not a board game. That has made me lose a lot of friends, though. Board game. Monopoly? I have to think about it. So that's when his like drug problem got escalated. And then it just got worse because his plug was homeless. So he'd either have to go to Pico, Rivera, or La Puente to get the shit when he needed it. And then ashed all over myself. Then his plug gets a Section 8 place. Told you not to air this shit for my safety. Hello, Michael. Your hair is so pretty. You're welcome. This is my testimony. The homeboy moves down the street, 8 minutes away, and then it's just easy for him to go whatever. Then while I'm gone 3 months, he's there all the time. And okay, I owe Shaquita an apology. I owe his daughter about everything I said and his boyfriend. Sorry, bro. I really like you're completely your own person. You don't seem like a douchebag. You seem like a nice person. But of course, I'm not gonna really like you because you're providing poison. So no offense, but you call my man daddy. That's fucking gay, bitch. But anyways, I apologize to everybody. The devil used all of you to come in between this connection that I had with Michael, and he allowed it. And so it's meant to be. And it had to happen this way. Because like at first, the first couple months that I was living with him before then the next 7 months was straight up volatile roller coaster. But like now, looking back, I can understand where she was coming from. Of course, she's going to take the baby mama side. Of course, that's the kid's mother. This is the mother of his kids. Um, Hi, South Carolina. Hi, Big Nuke. Goodbye, Michael. House. And she was trying at the beginning. She was like, this is uncharted territory for me. I don't know how to, handle this. And so, anyways, sorry, lady. Then Shaquita, the baby mama, I didn't say you got to talk to her in front of me. You got to include me. I didn't say none of that. I just let him do whatever. And so it's a catch 22. I really think you should let people do whatever they want so they can show you like what they want to be doing. But then it also hurts. And then you're enabling if you allow it and you're tolerating things that you are not happy with, that are not benefiting either one of you, blah, 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 whatever. So, sorry, lady. And sorry, lady. Sorry, Shakrita. I don't know. I really don't know how they were co parenting or whatever. Like, I was just completely in the dark. And then the boyfriend, even his girl, they don't live together. She has 4 kids. Isn't that crazy? She has 4 kids and then Michael has 4 kids, right? They don't live together, but she would even say, "You guys are gay as fuck, and I'm not cool with how gay you guys are." Like, yes, that happens most of the time. It's hard to make it work. It really is crazy. When 2 powerful people come together, everything gets thrown at you, everything in the book, like everything gets thrown at you. And then it's like you're already, we were already both like, it's just makes me so sad that I didn't get the opportunity and I'm not going to get the opportunity to see how Michael and I could have shined together. We did not get to shine together at all, like to try to be at our best and work together. Constant turmoil, constant conflict, constant chaos, constant fighting, constant yelling, constant throwing things, constantly um like having to recover, stress. The Bible says once you're married, you're like married to these people. So then I have like 2 husbands, and then Michael would have been the third. I don't know what the fuck. I have to find the scripture, but I talked to another guy about this last year. He said that the Bible says because he was with somebody and he's like, I think you can't. He's like, I think I can't divorce her. It's crazy as fuck. If I was addicted to this, I'll give the tables returned. If I was addicted to this, if I have 4 babies and kept him in the dark with my baby daddy, if he had to come live with my people and they treated him like not fair or nice in his eyes, very hostile environment for him to come live in, and then I keep disrespecting him, just pray about it. Wish I could say something that would fix everything, but I can't. Just pray about it, huh? All right, hi, Sheldon. And thanks, EQRC. Yeah, I guess I can just pray about it because that's what I realized today when I went to we were talking, right? And his blood calls, and instead of saying, "Oh, I don't have to answer it," he answers it. You didn't have to. We're making out. You're crying, I'm crying. Hella, hella sobbing. Both of us sobbing. Mostly you, but we're both sobbing. And you pick up the phone and he's talking and it's like not even important. And then you're not even saying goodbye, but you feel my energy. I'm about to get up. And then you're like, sorry, bro. And the way you say sorry, bro, it's like, I'm telling you, if the tables were turned, there's no way in fuck. But it's okay because, God put me in his life to show love And today I was thinking like we're mirrors to each other. So everything I don't like about him, I have an addictive personality too. This is bullshit. So the things I don't like about him, I don't like about myself. I don't like that he's addicted to stuff that is detrimental to his health. Same as me. Best ice cream topping. I love chocolate chips in the cake batter ice cream at Cold Stone. And the other thing I don't like about him is that I don't like about myself and us is that we don't like wake up and prioritize God and pray and read the Bible and do that throughout the day. And yeah, we tell our testimony to people, but we could be really repping God so much better individually and together. Maybe God is trying to show you something you don't want to see. Yeah. Bachelor? Who? What? Him? So crazy. Pray for somebody, they come and have a baby mama and kids. And then because of their situation, being incarcerated multiple times, like they need their parents to help. So obviously you have to respect your parents. You can't just be like, fuck you, help me, and I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And then his whole friends thing. At the beginning, I was on my phone a lot doing research or editing, and he would get really mad because I would just when like I would get mad and I would just block his ass out and this is my own thing. And then he would take my phone. So I stopped bringing my phone in. My phone stays in my car all every time I'm there. And so he doesn't understand. If I were to do that, oh, my friends calling, I'm gonna prioritize them. I'm talking to my baby daddy, and you don't know about it. And I'm doing that because I think I'm protecting you. And then I allow my adopted mother to treat you that way because I justify that that's how she is, even with me. I don't know what I was thinking. Literally, that's why I'm like really retarded. And when people think of worst case scenarios, I'm the complete opposite. I think best case scenario. Like when I first met Michael, I was like, oh, God's going to work everything out. We're going to have a blended family. Me and Shaquita are going to be cool. Why wouldn't anybody like me? What the fuck? Unless they got issues with themselves. It's like one of the deadly sins. You envious. You trying to covet what I have. I don't know, bitch. Um, I was straight. Kumbaya, my lord. Vibes. And then he's like, no, she's gonna fight you. What the fuck? I've been married twice. Oh my God, me too. And thought it was great, but just didn't work out because honestly was not there. Honesty was not there. Hope things get better. I'll pray for you, sister. Thank you. I love you. What's your profile picture? An airplane? A video game controller? Anyways, thank you, 7587. when Richard was at the park, he was like, he had crazy eyes. He was like that. And I was like, oh shit. Please do not fucking start shit. And he didn't, thank God. These motherfuckers think my name's Eric. Oh, that was my best friend in high school. He was a ginger. B2 bomber. Um, God bless you, lady. These people would think I put a love spell on them. Okay. I learned about witchcraft after the craft came out in the 90s. Okay. So everybody's like talking about witchcraft and shit. So from what I know, if I am a witch, I'm a white witch. I don't do shit. I don't practice none of this shit. But what I was told is that you can't do love spells. That's what I was told. That's like a no no. And the backfire is so bad. If it is possible, I think you get times 10 to like you fall obsessively in love with that person instead. Or I don't know what the fuck, but I don't do witchcraft. I don't do spells. I don't do none of that shit. I don't give why the. And Richard, if you're watching, you don't stand a chance. Not 1% do you stand a chance because anybody that knows I'm in this situation and does not offer, not once, to help me in one way, in any way, shape, or form, except to offer me your gym. I can go to the gym with you whenever you go to take a shower and work out. Thanks, but I could do that myself. I really don't need you for that. You're okay with me sleeping in my car? Bruh. I can never be with someone who lets me fucking be a feral cat and shit. Witchcraft is Satan's worship. That drug is Satan. That motherfucker providing you that drug is working for Satan. That's satanic. Yeah, I love cussing. And you love talking to women. So, and yes, you did a lot of nice things for me. You cooked, you cleaned, you made love to me like nobody has ever made love to me. Thank you. It's obviously we love each other, but it's like a Bollywood movie. I feel like I should have. I don't know. I think it's like too late now. That's why I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work. But I should have been adamant about giving him an ultimatum. It's me or this guy. And I told him today, I was like, you have to cut this guy off, whether you're with me or not, because that's a temptation. Every time you've said you want to go there when you're trying to get clean to show me that you can be around that and be clean, you haven't. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. You have to get rid of the person that's your supply to poison, slow suicide. This motherfucker is providing you poison to slow suicide. This a bitch. This a bitch right here, and I don't give a fuck. Of course, I'm gonna pray for motherfuckers like this to get saved or die, bitch. You're fucking people's lives up, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. I would never have anything to do with a motherfucker like a This the first time I was in my car, sleeping in my car when my place caught on fire, yeah, I was in a meth trap house and a fucking bud trap house. But these are not people that I kept in touch with. I was in a fucked up situation, and the only motherfucker wanting to help me was the motherfucker running that meth trap house. Offered me to stay there, but it's rat infested, like dirty as fuck. I don't even feel comfortable taking my dog in there and shit. Poor guy. Love doesn't insist on its own way. Yeah. One day I pray you get sober because I don't want you to die. It's like my biggest fear is that this shit takes you out. One day I pray you get sober and God shows you you don't even fucking know half the shit you said and did to me. I'm not gonna say that shit. That shit's incriminating. You don't even know half the shit you said and did to me on this shit. Bye. Have a great day. Being a wife is or like being labeled wife or husband is the worst. I don't like it. So I said I'd never get married again. The minute you label yourself, if you look at couples that never got married, they last longer. Look at Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. They were together forever. The minute their kids pressured them to get married, they didn't even last 6 months. They got divorced. They have a perfect life. Money, fame, whatever the fuck everybody wants. Looks like I'm sorry I got frozen or something. Sorry I got frozen or something. But like if you're a good wife, you're just supposed to accept everything and be the loving example. Like you're just set to a unrealistically higher standard that's so fucking unfair. I don't know anybody that could handle what I've handled, not just with Michael, like my whole life. And then in your eyes, to try, truly believe I tried so hard. I don't know either. I don't know nothing. For real, I don't know nothing. And like last year, I wouldn't say anything because I was scared. I would get so angry that I would like have to cloak my energy and then leave. So he's like, you lied to me a lot. And it is true. I had to lie. This year, I'm like speaking up more. And I don't know if it's too late or I don't know. I'm not a rehab. I'm not familiar with this substance. The videos I watched said you can get medication from your doctor to help you so you don't have to go to rehab if you don't want to. And some of the videos were like giving a breakdown of different substances. Like, for instance, cannabis is not physically or psychologically, uh, you don't get dependent on cannabis. I think if you grow it yourself, because nowadays in the dispensary, you don't know what the fuck they're doing. So you might get addicted because I don't know what the fuck they put in there. Like the Stizzies pins, vape pins, they got last year. There was like a couple of viral videos I watched where they tested Stizzy and another brand and they had way too many pesticides. Like if you're only allowed to have 20, it had like 100 something. The only thing I've been like physically dependent on is this, I guess. Nicotine in all shapes. Vaping, um, cigarettes, cigars. I can tell when I get the American Spirit, it's easier to quit because it's just straight tobacco. Or it was. I don't even know. I feel like it's different now. But when I smoke Marlboros with Michael, I could tell how addicted I get because there's chemicals in there. So, like, I get he has a physical dependency on this. And the videos I was watching was saying that this particular drug, out of all of them, was like if there was a scale, like say 1 to 10, one being easy to like quit on your own, 10 being no way in hell, good luck champ. It was saying that crystal meth is one of the 10, like good luck. And then someone else that was in the scene that got out, she told me that most people don't make it out. It's a miracle she made it out. So I don't know, whatever, dude. I don't know anything about the substance. So I opened my big mouth last year and said I want to open retreats when my channel blew up, my old channel, before it got shut down. It was blowing up. And I was like, okay, people are going to start investing in me. What do I want to do? And I said, I want to start retreats in Costa Rica and Brazil and Argentina. And I was like, I'll have a regular one and then I'll have one that's like a rehab. And then as soon as I said that, God was like, let me show you what's up. You want to help people? Let me show you how hard it is to help people. Just bathroom. Fuck. Hi, Digger. I just told Michael, my first and second husband, we went like all in. So my first husband, the guy I lost my virginity to when I was 21, I had to move out because my mom was like anybody but him. And I was like, oh, the heart wants what it wants. I said that with my second husband too, because everybody warned me he's 10 years younger than me. So I was so lenient with him. I'd be like, 10 years ago, how would I be? And I had to let a lot of shit go. Um, but the first husband, I had to move out. I got a roommate, Kelly. And then he basically was there all the time. She's like, he's got to pay rent. We ended up, you know, within the first 3 months, we got married. He moved in with me because he was already in love and I wasn't in love with him at first. Like, but then I got attached. I couldn't sleep without him. I had to cuddle with him. My second husband too, even if he didn't wanna go to sleep, I'd be like, "Can you come in the I'm ready to go to sleep. Can you come cuddle with me? Like, put me to bed?" Um, but so the first guy, we lived together for 3 to 5 years, just me and him. I mean, a couple of times we had to go stay with his family, and I felt like, it was for me to see what his family dynamic is like. And then the second one, he moved from Texas to be with me. So he left his brothers, and his family was back in Iran. They had moved from Dubai back to Iran. And so it was just me and him. And this problem I had with both my husbands was their friends. I thought they were gay. And I didn't know if it was a cultural thing because both of them were Persian. I was like, are Persian men overly nice to their male friends where it seems gay? And that is ultimately what came in between us. My first husband started hanging out with his friends without me because we'd always be together, and I would hang out with him with his friends. We'd go motorcycle riding, whatever. Some of his friends would bring their girls. And then he started doing drugs with them behind my back, psilocybin, ecstasy, and I was like, I would have done that shit with you guys, but whatever. Maybe they said to him, "Hey, guy, we're gonna do guys only. None of our girlfriends are coming, so your girlfriend can't, or wife can't come, whatever." And so I don't know. Don't know. Then second husband, he wants to go to school, college, and I was like supportive. So he goes, makes some friends, and this girl has a is it called a BBM? The butt, fake butt. That's just nasty. And so second husband starts hanging out with his friends like gay ass shit, and then they're hiding shit. And it might not even be that bad, but it's like you're hiding shit. And with both of them, I so the first one I tolerated longer. The second one, I you know how they say if you can't beat them, join them? Very bad decision. I learned my lesson, so I didn't do that with Michael. But with Michael, because he lived with his adopted parents, he was codependent. He had this um, domestic violence case with his baby mama, so he couldn't see his kids except through these once a week visits. Then he lost those visits. Then he copes by doing this substance, which makes everything worse. And he is in denial about how detrimental, like if you were to remove this substance, how good your life would get. You don't want to admit that 99% of your problems would go away if this substance exited your life. That's tough. That's tough to deal with. Like, I can't even have a conversation with you and be real and like get a word in edgewise because you're so defensive that you think that I'm blaming everything on this. But this drug is negative, it attracts negative experiences. It's just, I gotta go use the bathroom and then I gotta pray and focus on God and see what happens because I don't want to be with anyone else. I don't trust nobody. It's not like I'm going to start dating or mm-mm, because I'm retarded. Everything I think, oh, this is going to be the one or blah, 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 is going to be, oh my God, he's so cute. It's going to be, I'm wrong all the time. So, So that's why I don't even wanna try anymore to do anything. See what happens, because everything I do is a failure, and everything I do is not working. When it comes to, like, including or incorporating other people, wanting to add people to my team. Because it's crazy when I'm by myself, everything works out and I don't feel like a failure. And I get shit done. I make shit happen because I'm in flow. I feel so good when I'm in flow. I get addicted to feeling good. And I notice, I pay attention, you know, everything goes smooth. And when shit gets like funky, I start to pay attention. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? What is this funky energy? A bird shit on my car. I have to go wash my car. Oh my God. I love you guys. You're not a failure. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. I feel like a failure though, because this shit's so hard. You know, my first husband, mm, obviously, I like dominant men, very dominant. But because I was the breadwinner and I was making all the money, I bought him a motorcycle and shit. He was with me. The minute I said no to him, he wanted to buy a truck. And I was like, let's buy one cash for you. And he was like, no, I need a lease one or whatever, like uh, finance one. I need you. And I said no. He punched a hole in the wall next to my head. So I was like that bitch, the fuck? And then my second husband idolized the shit out of me. He was like, whatever you say. He was literally like if I had a disciple, but this I wasn't spiritual. It's just he saw how gifted and talented I was, and he was just like so happy to be with me. And so he let me run the show for us. And he saw shit work out because he didn't have any confidence. He's like, no, I can't work, at the bank. And I was like, yes, you can. Watch this. And I got him the job. And I would go and buy him the nicest clothes. I wish I had pictures. I would dress him in suits. And I should have been a interior designer and a personal stylist for dope ass motherfuckers. And then the last job we had, he got a job. And then I was like, why don't you hire me? And then he's like, I don't know if it's a conflict of interest. And I was like, we won't tell anybody we're married. And that was interesting as fuck because people were hitting on me in front of him, poor guy. And that fucking manager, it was a contract. So the police officer that hired my husband as a post commander to run his security company for him had a crush on me. Literally the first day, my first day, he's giving a tour. And then I don't know, my husband says something. He doesn't know he's my husband. And our boss goes, that's what she said. And I was like to my husband, like, I'm sorry. And then The guy that gave us the contract was in love with me, told everybody they can't talk to me. Literally, everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I don't know, guys." And then, because everybody thought I was cool as fuck, and everybody working under us thought I was cool as fuck and wanted to talk to me. And he was like, "No, you guys cannot talk to her." And everybody was straight tripping. Then he ended up marrying a chick, getting with a chick, and marrying a chick that looked exactly like me. Bring her to work when I'm working. I'm the only one working right now, and you bring her. So it's just fucking weird shit. But anyways, for a whole last year, we had this contract before our place caught on fire. And I think afterwards, when everybody fucking found out, they were just shocked. You guys were married the whole fucking time. So, anyways, my husband was the face of the operation, and I was the brains. I fucking did all of the hiring, the scheduling, and everybody probably thought he was fucking me. Like, why are you giving her all the responsibility or whatever? Um, and then the boss that hired us for the contract, it was his business. The police officer that owned the security company, and then it was the big corporation that contracted us. Okay, that guy used to come and give the paychecks to my husband during the day, and then he started coming at night when I'm working by myself and sit there and talk to me. And he's a good looking guy, very good looking, but I've never fucked my boss. I've never been with a married man. I never fucked my boss. He got me fucked up. So then he got mad that I wouldn't fuck him. And I showed him where the blind spots are when we're talking or whatever. And I was like, look, there's a blind spot here, there's a blind spot here. And then next thing I know, he brings a chick with long ass hair, goes to the blind spot. I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers did. And I was literally shocked. My sister knows. I fucking FaceTimed her. She knows. She saw my fucking face. I FaceTimed my brother too. And I told both of them, guys, look, cameras. I was like, this motherfucker's in the blind spot with a chick. Married man has kids. Try to get at me. I wouldn't do it. Fucking abused my trusted this motherfucker, telling him where the blind spots are. And the bitch brings a girl. And I'm not gonna tell on my boss. But fuck, I was like, but you better not do this shit again, bitch. Because I'm not gonna like you did it one time and you fucking threw me off, bitch. But if you fucking do this shit again, I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him something. Oh, the weirdest shit happened at that job. Apparently, someone died there. I gotta go to the bathroom. Apparently, someone died there and it was haunted. And people always talk about it all the time, whatever. And then I'm always in my own little world. Always. And then since I was in charge of scheduling, I chose my schedule at night so I didn't have to work with anybody or see anybody. But it's very dangerous to be in an industrial area all night long in the middle of the fucking night from like 10 to 6, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. when other people would show up. And everybody got off at like before I got there or whatever. Uh, but I just got more done when nobody was there. So it was really quiet and all the shit, whatever. So that guy, not the police officer, but the guy that hired us, the corporation guy that hired the police officer that hired us for the security, he told the janitor lady, I want you to work nights now because he didn't want me to be alone, which is good, for liability purposes or whatever, have someone else around or whatever. Um, you're a good person. I've seen your live streams. Every time I see you, I smile. Always a fresh breath of air seeing you. Smart people can have hard times dealing with others' BS. That whole ignorance is bliss thing. Keep your head up, stay strong. Don't let him get the best of you. Damn, that sucks. Freaking drama. You should totally write a book. Are you near Manhattan Beach? Kinda, like an hour. Um, so the janitor lady starts coming and I was like, fuck, this sucks because she kept trying to talk to me and shit. And I was like, ugh. like not what I wanted, but I'm not in charge of scheduling her. He's in charge of scheduling her. I'm only in charge of scheduling our people that we hire for security. Um, so she's talking. I'm like, oh my God. I can tell she doesn't like me, but she's using me. Her mother died and she's like, I need help putting a bunch of her stuff on OfferUp. I was like, okay. So I helped her. And then a couple of things I liked, I was like, I'll buy them off you. It was an antique suitcase, which I ended up using for my cat that died so I can bury her. But anyways, this lady was annoying. So one night when I'm not working, one of my people calls and says, this is what went down. And I was like, shut the fuck up. So I come the next day and one of the managers was like, come here and let me show you the footage. And I was like, okay. Homegirl isn't, I don't know what the fuck. She's like walking around. She goes to a blind spot she didn't know about because she told me this shit later. But okay, this is what I said. I'll tell you what she told me in a minute, but this is what she saw. This is what I saw. And then I'll tell you what she told me. I saw her straight walk into the wall, full speed ahead. Homegirl's walking just into the wall. I was like, were you tired? So when I talked to her, I was like, were you tired? Because the ambulance had to come. Her nose was all bleeding and shit. And then she goes, no. She goes, listen, nobody knows this. And I'm going to tell you. I was like, all right. She goes, I went past the blind spot. And so she's like, there's no footage of this. But I passed out. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember walking through the wall or whatever. And I was like, were you tired? And she goes, no. She goes, I'm really freaking out. And so she went on a leave or whatever because of healing workers comp. And then I'm there by myself. And a bird is stuck in the building and it flies right into the wall where that bitch walked into the wall. And I was like, what the fuck? And I actually got scared. I was like, this homeboy is trying to communicate. There were robotic, um, they were trying to replace some of the workers with robots. So there were robots there, and one of the robots would stop for no reason, and it's only supposed to stop if something's in front of it. So they put the video in rewind, negative, I don't know what the fuck they did. And then they saw a pair of feet jump in front of it, and then so everybody knew this place is haunted. Everybody talked about this shit. But I didn't care and I didn't believe it and whatever because nothing happened until that night. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch the scariest shit in the whole wide world right now. So I put it on Shane Dawson's, remember his like conspiracy theory videos? So I'm like, if anyone's gonna scare anybody, I'm gonna scare myself. And I told my husband, and then my husband was like, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. It's like praying. And then he's like, if this ghost likes you and is basically telling you, I took that bitch out for you, I'm trying to get your attention with the bird. Who else do you want me to take out? Motherfucker that's telling everybody not to talk to you, that's in love with you, that went and married someone that looks exactly like you. Don't take him out. My husband was like, do not engage. Anyways, our place ended up catching on fire. It was the end of the contract, anyways, and nothing came out of it. My theory is I was so sad that sometimes when I would go make my rounds, I would just be sobbing, sobbing. I think the ghosts like me. And I really think that it like wanted to work for me. It was fucking crazy as fuck. I d I played the Ouija board when I was a kid, and I have some stories, but that was working there was wow. Almost makes me miss having a job where I'm the boss. I cannot be the boss. I get walked all over. Homeboy used to come to work 2 hours late, 3 hours late to relieve me. Bitch, I've already been here 12 hours. You're gonna have the audacity to come in and say I was partying, sorry, and just brush it off. Multiple times you've done this shit. So he didn't think that I would cut his hours, but I cut his hours. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Huh? You're lucky I didn't fire you, bitch. How many times do you think you could do this?" And then he writes me a poem in Japanese, memorizes it, and then serenades me in front of everybody, my poor husband. I was like, "Oh my God." Dakari is in love with me. This is what I'm telling you, motherfuckers act like I put a love spell on them. Bitch, I'm just a good boss. You never had a boss like me before. I let you walk all over me. And then now you're trying to make up because I fucking cut your hours. You never thought in a million years I'd cut your hours? And then have to hire another guy that looked so fucking literally put together and was a nightmare. He would like leave his notes on the computer and we would all come and read it and be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Looked normal as fuck. Never guess in a million years. I really have to go to the bathroom. I love you guys. God bless you and see you soon. I can't believe how bad I had to be.